Coldplay truly is doing their big ones at the moment. They another viral clip came out of one of their concerts recently, so I want to talk about it. But before we do, this is your reminder to subscribe to this channel and give this video a thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. If you want to follow me on any of my other social medias, those are linked down below. I post short form content over there if that is something that you are interested in. And without any further ado, let's dive right in.
Where did you come from today? From Israel. Okay, well. Okay, well, listen. I'm going to say this. I'm very grateful that you're here as humans, and I'm treating you as equal humans on earth, regardless of where you come from or don't come from. Thank you for being here. We're grateful, and thank you for being loving and kind. Okay, I'm writing a sign. And although it's controversial, maybe, I also want to welcome people in the audience from Palestine, because we have a belief that we're all equally human. And yeah, thank you for being here.
All right, so that is the clip in question. And, you know, it's just uncomfortable. As soon as the girls say that they're from Israel, you can just feel the shift in Chris Martin. You can feel the shift in the audience. And it's uncomfortable when it does not need to be. And this is coming from someone who is not a fan of Israel, not a fan of what they're doing, not a fan of what's going on over there. My opinion on that has completely shifted. However, to treat a citizen of a country differently or weirdly because you disagree with the actions of their government is so dim-minded that it hurts a little bit. And in case you, for some reason, this is like going over your head, the way that this should have gone is, you know, like hey girls, where are you from? Israel. Wow, thank you for coming all of this way to the show. We are so glad to have you here. I hope that you enjoy. Okay, that's like all that needed to be said. To go into this spiel of like, well, we're gonna treat you like equal human beings is weird, because like, what's the alternative? What is the alternative, Chris? But then to take it a step further and feel the need to then acknowledge Palestinians who are there just because somebody from Israel is on the stage is so... it's giving brain rot. Like, you don't need to do that. And if you were hypothetically a Palestinian in the audience that's offended that there's an Israeli on the stage, why? I come back to, you do not need to view everyday people through the lens of your disagreements with their government. It's a terrible way to live your life, actually. If I viewed every American through the lens of my grievances with things that America does, some people do that. Some people do, in fact, do that. And it's, you know, you can tell in the way that they present themselves and hold themselves and carry themselves. They're miserable people. They're very unhappy. And it's weird. You know, I think it really does tie into the conversation around identity politics, because you're assuming that these people who are Israeli feel one way, and that people who are Palestinian assume that they feel another way. And that's the problem with identity politics, is it puts people into prescribed boxes. You know, if you're Black and you hold conservative values, then you're an Uncle Tom. Or if you're gay and don't support every single thing that the LGBTQ activists fight for, then you have internalized homophobia, whatever it might be. And you see it on the right too, honestly, with Israel quite a bit. If you're a Christian and you don't support Israel, then you're brainwashed and you've been going down the graper rabbit hole, whatever it might be. Or perhaps the reality is that humans are complex, and just because of my skin color or my sexuality or any of these things, my nationality for hell's sake, does not mean that I have to believe X, Y, and Z. I could believe X and Y and then completely disagree with Z. I do not have to believe any set of specific values just because of an immutable characteristic that I have. And to look at these girls, because they are Israeli, and you can feel him go on guard and feel like he has to say something, because frankly, if he doesn't, there is a chance that there's going to be some crazy ass leftist who comes after them for some dumb bitch ass reason. Honestly, that is absolutely in the realm of possibility, but you kind of just have to suck that up, because the right thing to do is not to look at somebody and say, I'm going to treat you like an equal human being, because that's what the right thing is to do. It's just to treat them like an equal human being. And honestly, to say you're going to treat somebody like an equal human being and then give this like land acknowledgement style announcement for the Palestinians in the audience, it's a little demeaning. Don't you think? To both people. It's demeaning to the Israeli girls on stage, and it's demeaning to the Palestinians in the audience, because they are more than their nationality. In this moment, they're fans of Coldplay, and they just want to see a concert, a show, and he made it weird. In my opinion, he made it very weird. But you guys let me know what you think about this in the comments down below. Do you think that it was right of him to put their nationality on the spot and then call out the Palestinians in the audience because there's a war going on an ocean away? Or do you think that maybe this is a moment where these people kind of want to escape that reality? Perhaps you don't go to a concert to be lectured about or reminded of the atrocities that are going on. I don't know. You let me know what you think in the comments down below, and we will chat next time. Bye.